Okay, this is a survival bracelet, or what they're calling survival bracelet. This is made with 550 paracord. The 550 paracord is a nylon that has 7 strands of rope on the inside. This is made using one continuous piece of rope. I went ahead and cut it 16 feet. Could you do it with less? Probably. What I have here is a snap. Some people actually tie a knot on the end too. So I take this little clip, I take my 550 cord and I find the center of it, and I feed it through both strands, and then I pull it all the way through, and that's how I'm going to anchor it. Then what I usually do is take the rope, and since this is a continuous bracelet, what we're going to do is take the ends, and it's kind of hard here not to get the rope twisted, but you can sort it out in a little bit. And I take one piece and I slide it through till I get about the desired bracelet length that I want. Then I'm going to take the other piece and do the same thing. Just get a little bit of rope fuzz on the end. So go ahead and feed that piece through too. Like I said here, the key is kind of trying to make sure that your rope is not twisted. Okay, then if you want to put it on your hand and kind of figure out the size that you want, I have a tendency to make mine too big. Again, we're going to watch the rope here. It's really wanting to twist. So we're going to anchor that down, pull it around. Okay, then you're going to turn it over. Okay, so now we have both of our strands through. We're going to take this side and we're going to loop it and we're going to pull it under. Then we're going to take this other side, put it over, and you're going to loop it up through the other side loop. And it's going to kind of hook on just like that. Okay, then you're going to start your chaining. You're going to do this one over. This one's going to go over. And then under. Okay, you can tighten that up. Then you're going to loop. Oops, sorry, you're going to loop this side. Do the opposite now. Cross it over. And then go up through. Again, this is just what's called coxcombing. Some people call it the cobra braid. Then you're going to loop the side over and back up through. And then tighten it. Then if you want to go ahead and straighten this out, and that'll lay flat once you get it on your wrist. You're going to go over. And then you're going to keep doing that. And on these bracelets, you can make them as tight or as loose as you want. The idea behind the survival bracelet is you actually want it very tight because you want to put as much rope into the bracelet as you can. That way, if you're ever out in the woods or in the outback and you need some rope, you can cut this and you'll have at least 15 to 16 feet of rope just in your bracelet. And this paracord is very strong. And mine's starting to curl up, and that's just because I'm braiding it pretty tight. And you can, straighten it out. Again, this isn't super tight. I can push it up. The great thing about this 550 cord, you used to be able to just get it in olive drab and black and occasionally white, but now they've got all these great fun colors. I'm going to go ahead and finish this one pretty loose just for the sake of the demonstration. And a lot of times you can anchor it down, then it won't be sliding around as much as this one is. In another demonstration, I actually taped it down. When I'm sitting at home, I often just put it between my knees. So you can get creative. These make really great gifts for people or fundraisers for schools, all kinds of things. And I've still got quite a few feet left, so I probably got actually about 12 feet in this bracelet of rope. Again, you can tighten them up quite a bit, but for the sake of this, I'm not going to. So that's kind of how it's looking. Actually, I might tighten it up a little bit. And some people actually put like a knot on one end and a loop on the other end, and then you have no plastic at all in your bracelet, which is kind of nice. The hard part about that is actually getting the knot big enough so you can put the loop over it without the loop being too big. Then sometimes it has a tendency to want to fall off. So you're going to snug it up right down to the very end. I'm going to go ahead and, this is very hot, take this section, cut the rope. Then I take this marble slab because it finishes it off real smooth. Then we're going to do the same thing on this side. And then take my marble slab again. And then you've got your completed bracelet. All one continuous piece of rope. Again, this one has about 12 feet.